Hello everyone again, welcome to Fusion360 Tips. In this video we're going to go over sweeps. As you can already see here, I've gone ahead and created some lines to go ahead and get ready for our sweep. Now what is a sweep? A sweep is basically you create a profile, in this case a line of a path that you want a certain shape to follow. So we'll give an example here. In this line here are three separate line segments that I just drawn out on our Z plane. Now let's say we wanted to have our little circle here go across this path and sweep across it. Now what we would do, we would go to our sweep. You can go down here to our sweep. I have mine here. So what it wants us to do is click on our profile that we want to sweep across, and that would be this circle here. Now whenever you do a sweep, you want to create a line or a spline of the path that you want your profile to follow, but you also want your profile to be the same orientation. In this case, this is a circle, and as you can see, it will follow along this path. If the circle were put on a different axis, it would not work. It would throw an error code. You also want your profile to be attached to your line segment or the path you wish to follow. So once you get your profile highlighted, which is this one, we'll go to our path and we will select this here, and as you can see, it has taken our profile and swept it across our line segment. Now as you can see, from this just being a line, it started making these harsh angles. You could smooth this out with your sketch by using a fillet to kind of smooth out the angles, or if you would prefer it like this, then that works too. Now we'll go over to our splines over here. This will give you a little more of a smoother transition. As you can see, the smooth arced lines. So we'll go ahead and go to our sweep again. We will highlight our profile, highlight our path, and as you can see, it has created a path along here with a lot smoother curves than the original one that was just line segments. Now there are a lot of different things you could do here. So you can go with distance. So if you only want to go half the distance of your line segment, that would let you do that. We're just going to go all the way. Taper angle, this will be gradually getting bigger as it gets swept along, so we'll go ahead and put 2. And as you can see, we started with a 15mm circle here, and it has now at the very end doubled the size. So if you want to do something with that, then there you go. If you wanted to do a twist angle, you could do that also, which would entail kind of giving an angle to it. As you can see, when it ends up here, it's not flat, it is at an angle, and it kind of looks like as if it kind of twists along as well. If you wanted to go in the opposite direction, you would just hit -75 and it would go in the opposite direction. We're going to leave that like so. Now we're going to go over to our last line here, and this one's a little different in the fact that when you modify it with your path, you can change the orientation of it. As you can see here, perpendicular means that this profile that you stretch across follows that path of the line. If you were to do a parallel, it would change it out just a little bit. As you can see, it looks different from when it would be perpendicular, because this profile follows this line all the way across, whereas this one is parallel and it kind of shrinks to the size to stay the same angle. One thing that's kind of neat about a sweep though is, we'll go back to this one here. If we wanted to make a pipe, we could, in fact, we'll edit this sketch, have our 15mm outer diameter, we will place a 13mm, well, let's do a 12mm inner diameter. Go ahead and finish our sketch. We will now go to our sweep command, and we're going to highlight our profile, which is this one. We'll then select our path we'd like to take. It's throwing an error at me, so what I've done before to get rid of this is I went to parallel and then perpendicular, and we have our path created. Now, as you can see, this is now hollow because we have created an outer diameter and an inner diameter, and this whole thing in here is indeed hollow. And we'll go halfway so you can see. As you can see, we'll just continue to go around here, and it stays hollow. So now you have created a curved pipe. So that's kind of sums up our sweep command. Very handy to have in certain cases if you want to make a mug or something and you wanted to create a handle hold onto it. That is how you would go about that. Our next video, we will probably be going over lofts. So that's an exciting one. Hope you stick around for that one. As always, thanks for watching. If these videos are helpful, I would appreciate if you would like, share, comment, subscribe, and continue to go with me in our future courses. So hope to see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Until next time.